Hello there, it's Sean, and welcome to this week's training on belief change. So if you're watching this live with us right now, give me a hashtag live in the comments. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments as well. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what is your first name. I'm beginning to identify a lot of you regulars coming to these weekly live training sessions just from your first name. And let me know what time is it over there right now, and are you a appointment setter, are you a closer, or are you a business owner? And this week we will be talking about the mind, okay, talking about how I teach people to build belief. So there are other trainings if you're looking for help with your personal brand as a closer, if you're looking for help with the skill sections, okay, the techniques, how the book calls, how to close deals. I have some free trainings over at the rest of my YouTube, so be sure to check them out. Today we will be talking about beliefs. And why are we going to do that? Because when you look at closing and they show you results like this, they show you results like this, and they show you results like this, it's very easy to think that, well, I can do this next week. I can do this really fast. I just need to book some calls, I just need to do some calls, and then I can do sales online and get paid even as a side hustle. It's still a great opportunity, and it's easy to think that way. Okay, the trouble comes when you don't see what actually happened, because these are not like people that already have a business. These are not people that have experience. These are not people that were somewhat established. I want you to understand that these people, okay, this is Wesker, this is Broderick, this is myself, okay, we all started with nothing. Okay, we're not some established salesperson, okay, we don't have experience. And even for Wesker and I, English is not even our first language, and Wesker is from Malaysia, third world country, and both of us work US time zones. So we are people that work really hard, okay, to build the results that you see. And yes, we train a lot on the skills, we put in a lot of effort on our brand, but I will say that the main key behind this process of building ourselves is that we learned how to build belief. Because without belief, all this brand and all this technique, it will not come to life. Not only it will not come to life, but some way, somehow, our paradigm will find a way to police our results and bring us back to wherever the paradigm decides that, this is me. I don't deserve to have success. I don't have confidence in my skills. I don't have the confidence, the competence to become a leader. I don't dare to assert myself and take control of the call. I don't dare to put myself out there and get interviewed. I can't make mistakes. Okay, so on and so forth. So when these kind of things happen, it's very important that, yes, you continue to train your skills, you continue to build up your brand. And today I want us to look at the mind. Okay, it's very hard to have a picture of the mind. We have a picture of the brain, okay, but it's very hard to have a picture of the mind. And now you understand where my logo comes from. Okay, it is a symbol for the conscious and subconscious mind, and a lot of our results, okay, cannot happen if we don't understand how to activate that dormant power that lies inside each and every one of us. Because for you to build new beliefs that serve you, new beliefs that can take you through the learning curve and teach you how to book calls, how to close deals, how to overcome obstacles, how to navigate, okay, how to have that courage, how to have that confidence, how to step into your identity as a sales leader. All these beliefs have to reach your subconscious mind. It has to be nurtured in your subconscious mind. It has to become organically you, because if we just rely on the conscious mind itself, it is so limited. Okay, and consciously we know, right? We have already done courses. We have already watched videos. We have already role played. We have already worked on our mindset. We know the right words. Okay, we even practice our tonality. Like consciously, yes, we can do these things. Okay, but how many of you have tried to go through all these solutions, and navigating through this remote closing world just feels like repeatedly running our heads into brick walls again and again and again. And it's the same brick wall, it's the same plateau, it's the same type of rejection or challenge of this place that we are stuck at. Okay, how many of you can relate to this experience? This was an application form sent in to me. I have tried a closing group with a coach, and at first I thought it was very bright and hopeful until I realized that I wasn't going anywhere. I was about 2 months into the program. I already fully paid for the course, and every day we were told to role play and study. I started getting frustrated until one day I asked how I can start making closes and make posts to attract others, and they told me to join different closing groups and make posts to attract others so I could help them by having joined our community. I think it was the 4th or 5th month I got burnt out and I left the program because I felt like I was just wasting my time and money there. Every time I would ask for help, I was given a very lengthy, vague response saying that I just needed to do more practice and studying. I just stopped working with them because I was still in the same place when I first started. So this is what I call the maze of darkness, when the solutions that we have invested in keeps us stuck in this loop, when we can't implement, so we can't get experience, so we can't build ourselves up, and then we just keep getting stuck in this loop again and again and again. So if you have already consciously tried everything possible, you've already done what you possibly could do, okay, perhaps it's time you look at what your subconscious mind can do. When I say subconscious mind, I refer to the beliefs that we have deep in our subconscious mind, so deep that sometimes we might not even be conscious of it. Beliefs that I deserve to be successful. Beliefs that I'm confident, I can be confident, especially when the situation most requires me to be confident. I'm confident in my skills. I trust my ability. At least I trust my ability to build that competence. Without all of this, it's so difficult just to rely on the conscious mind itself. And it's not a matter of if I watch another 1,000 videos, if I get another 3 courses, if I roleplay another 1,000 times, I will get it. Because I've seen closers that try and compensate with their conscious mind again and again and again. And when I talk to them, I know that deep down there are some beliefs that have not been examined. And when they go through this process that I share with you today, and they see through their beliefs for what they are, they see the roots, they see the culprits that have been holding them back all these years, and they are able to create change, and they are able to build new beliefs that change their action, and the action repeats and it forms as a habit, and these new habits continue to build and stack. So by the time when they have these wins, okay, when we have these wins, people feel like, oh, it's luck, it's overnight. No, there have been, you don't see what happens behind when I coach them from scratch. Okay, the hours of back and forth, the hours of them putting in the work, the number of times I have to review their work, and then once it clicks, suddenly all this happens. Oh, luck. It's not luck. Okay, there is a process. And this process of shifting our beliefs, of creating new beliefs, I learned from this book, okay, The Master Key System. The Master Key System. If you haven't checked it out, you should. It's 100 years old, but the things in there, I would say it's the solution to every problem that I have. It's the source of everything that I've managed to build and establish for myself today. So if you have the time, okay, go check it out. I'll briefly walk you through what the entire thing means, and I don't have the time to go through the entire book, so I just summarize how I understand it, and more importantly, how I applied it to sales. So a lot of us think, when I just say conscious mind, it's just see, hear, smell, taste, touch. That's it, 5 senses. Okay, I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. There are a lot of things with our mind that we can train, that we can practice, that we can refine, that we can sharpen. And until you get good, because if you look at the MasterClose system, actually every chapter has a corresponding physical exercise. It has a mental exercise. So it's a lot like going to the gym again and again and again to build the muscle, build the muscle, build the muscle. To understand these higher mental faculties. Except that it's not a physical process of building a physical muscle. It's a mental process of building a mental muscle. And once the muscle is strong, okay, talk about idealization. Okay, that's the germination of the seed, the planting of the seed, a new idea. I am a successful closer. I am a competent setter. I am a successful sales leader. Whatever is it that you desire to have, whatever is it that you desire to be, that's the starting point. And it is a seed. At first, it is just a seed. So the visualization, okay, how to find opportunities, how to brand myself differently, how to stand out from other closers, how to build my brand, how to move up the learning curve. What is it I should plan today? What are my needle movers? What needs to go? What needs to stay? What are my plans? How am I going to navigate? You see, this is accurate thinking. These are the real... people think that thinking is just mental activity. It's just random thought. That's not the case. Real thinking is accurate thinking. It's constructive thinking. It is creative. Do you think all these slides I didn't need to think through of what to say and what to present today? You think all the sales calls that I do, I don't need to run through the flow and understand it? You think all the things that we build and we do, we don't need to have a mental mastery of it first? Or do you see the architect? He built the building first, then he checked, hey, how is my blueprint? No, right? And then concentration is when you fill yourself up with a particular quality so deeply, so immensely, so fully that it becomes you. It becomes your essence. For example, stillness. For example, confidence. For example, courage. For example, harmony. When you fill yourself up with this quality, okay, you become a magnet for more and more of this. This requires you to still your senses, still your mind, still your body, and enter the silence, where you gain complete control of your mind. You know how many people have difficulty controlling their mind and controlling their body? So is it a surprise when they can't control their results? So going through this closing journey on my own, a lot of times the idealization, that's on me. I have to be really clear about why I'm here, what I want to learn, what I want to create. And then the blueprint to create these things, that's also on me. And then all those times where I needed patience, stillness, courage, I really have to go deep into my mind and meditate and concentrate on these qualities. Idealization, visualization, concentration. In the MasterClose system, there are 24 chapters dedicated just to these 3 phases. And I can tell you, once you go through all 3 phases, you practice on all 24 chapters, you start to be able to access your subconscious mind and train yourself to do these things that people without practice, their mind their mind, their thoughts are all over the place. You know, they are pulled in all directions by chaos, by emotions, by fear, by circumstances, and a lot of times that's what our closing world is. It's chaos, it's unpredictability, it's the norm. So for you to be inside a sales team and create solutions, for you to be inside a sales team and create results, what is your opinion on these three processes that I just shared? Idealization, visualization, concentration. I hope that this section just serves as a powerful introduction for this concept, and you can take your time to read through the book, and then you let me know, reach out on social media and let me know what you think. Because once you repeat a particular ideal and you hold it in your mind, you know, and you concentrate on it and you visualize it, and every day you set, every day you close, or you practice, right? And you do it with your heart. A lot of times what we do in sales, okay, it's the energy that you bring to the conversation. You might mess up with your script, you might mess up with your words, but your intention, the feeling that you bring with you, the feeling that you put into your work, a lot of that is you. And sometimes who you are speaks so much louder than some kind of words that you put together, some kind of tonality that you learn elsewhere. Okay, and all these skills, all these techniques, all this repetition, all these ideals, it has to be so deeply concentrated in you that it reaches and merges with your subconscious mind, so that when you speak from understanding. When you do up your strategy, your skills, when you express yourself, when you even think about who you are and how you look at yourself, whether it's your self-image, your strategy, your skills. Okay, this is my SSS method. Your self-image, your strategy, your skill. It is organically part of you. It is in you because you have merged with, starting from this very seed that you planted. I am a successful closer. I am a successful setter. Then when we branch out into these three things, you won't just be a shell of a conscious mind just running around like a bag of techniques saying that, well, consciously, if you ask me, yes, I want success as a setter, I want success as a closer. Well, who doesn't want that? I want to have the confidence. Well, who doesn't want that? We all want that, right? But if subconsciously we don't go through this training, and what we have are old beliefs from the past where people told us that you can't do it, where people told us that we can only earn up to a certain amount, where if you earn more than that amount, bad things will happen. You don't deserve to be success. You don't deserve to be successful. You can't do it. And this could have been said directly to you. This could have been, insinuated, repeated somewhere, somehow, until your subconscious, over the years, it has already accepted it as the truth. Well, is that the truth? Is it true that someone not from the US, not from the UK, not from Canada, is it true that this person can't find success in the high-ticket sales space, that they can't close for other markets? Is that true? Is that true that I didn't perform well in school, so I can't perform well in remote sales? Is that true? Is it true that I wasn't successful before in the things that I've done, so I can't find success in closing? Is it true that because most closer programs over-promise and under-deliver, that all teachers are like that? Is that true? How do you know? How do you know that you can't move up the learning curve? How do you know that step by step you can't learn how to set? How do you know that if you can set and close, companies will really care about where you are and your accent? A lot of things, these things we don't know, because it hasn't happened yet. Yet a lot of closers, they don't examine this belief. They don't look at this. They think it's the next skill. They think it's the next technique. They think they have to be sharper, work harder. And yes, those things are important. But if deep down, these beliefs keep running in your system, even if we talk about strategy. If deep down you think that, oh, I can't land a qualified opportunity, business owners are this way, the remote world is this way, so on and so forth, then how do you think the results will manifest? The results mirror all these beliefs. If we talk about skills, and deep down there's this belief that I'm not good enough, I'm not skilled enough, I can't seem to get it, how do I know if I'm ready? And it's just this recurring kind of a voice or a feeling of doubt that, can I really do this? Okay, and because of all these thoughts, the subconscious more and more starts to affirm that no, you can't. So what happens when these people, okay, we go for more courses, we go for more videos, we go for more role play, and we learn more words, and we practice more tonality? My question to you is, will it move the needle? Will it give you the courage to really finally step past that line and go for the interview and go for the opportunity and go for those action steps that you know you should be taking? If not, what is the outcome? The outcome is that the external world, it will keep manifesting our beliefs again and again and again. When we text business owners, we try and connect with them, they don't reply. We try to attend some interviews, and then we find some way somehow to mess it up. At least we get and never write. It's always the funnel, it's always the offer, and then we wait and we wait and we wait. But really, who are these conditions, or what are these conditions mirroring? Is it really all of them are like that? Or could it be because somewhere, somehow in our subconscious, we are the ones that are self-actualizing without knowing it? That we are the ones responsible for creating these things and we don't even know. Because if it's repeating all the time, and one common variable, what is that? It is us. If deep down we don't have the belief in our identity, then no matter how hard we push with our physical ways, the results will always tank. What we want is a new identity that is formed by new beliefs. Okay, take a look at what I talked about earlier. Well, you might come from a place where this was done in a negative way, in a way where beliefs that I can't. They actually went through this process and then it went into your subconscious. Well, who's to say that we can't create new beliefs that you deserve success, that you are confident, that you can get it right? Your new identity. Because if that does not happen, then everything that happens will always mirror the old identity, the old paradigm. And then when you look at the external world, all the conditions, circumstances, coincidences, emergencies. That one time I almost closed a 12K deal, already paid in full. Why did I conveniently forget to switch off my mic? To switch on my mic. It was off, they couldn't hear me. I lost the deal. Why that time when I landed an amazing interview, I had to be 4 minutes late? Why every time in sports I'm this close to success, I always throw the game away? Are you telling me it's my coach? Are you telling me it's my environment? Are you telling me it's my skills training? I can tell you I've been through a lot of skills training. What's really happening is deep down, I didn't believe in myself. That's why it doesn't matter how much time passes. I saw all these things kept repeating repeating and repeating until I realized, like, okay, it has to be something. It has to be something that I'm not seeing, because these things are so painful and it's recurring all the time. And no matter how many times I change coaches, how many times I change my gear, how many times I change anything external, I know that these things, it just happened. I just choke and I don't know why. So what's happening is everything happens on frequency. Everything is a vibration, and we all think, move, live on frequencies. Okay, this one I learned from the master key system. This one I learned from during the time I closed for Bob Proctor's programs. So that's the source. And right now we are here, and we want to get here. We want to set, we want to close, we want to build a remote career, or at least we want to do this well. We want to get here, but we don't have the confidence. We don't have the know-how. We don't have the proper mentorship, guidance, training. We're here, and we're like, how? We buy a program, we fall back down. We buy another program, we fall back down. We buy another program, we fall back down. How am I ever going to get here? Okay. If Bob was still alive, the first thing he'll tell you is to make a decision. And I'm sure that the reason you even clicked on this video and watched up to this point, you study my stuff, you have made that decision. And you might say, well, Sean, easy for you to say. I just make a decision. Right? Easy for you to say, Sean, I just make a decision and I will get here. And my answer to you is yes. It's a committed decision. You don't just say, I watched this one video now and it's a committed decision. No. Okay, all these results that you see here, you haven't seen the hours that they put in. You haven't seen the failures and rejections that they've got through, and their decision was always the same. I am a successful closer. That's why I go through this. I am a successful setter. That's why I go through this. I'm here to be a complete closer. That's why I will go through it. But I don't want to keep running into the same wall. Why I keep running into the same wall? It's because I train on my skills. I buy all the programs. But I've never once looked at my beliefs. I've never once talked about them. I've never once confronted them. I've never once knew if I can even do anything with my beliefs. I was told that I can't succeed. I was told that I can't do it. I don't have the confidence. I don't have the motivation. So how? What can I do? Of course I buy the programs. That's my only way out. But what if I teach you this process? What if I teach you this process? Because when we don't learn how to create belief in ourselves, what we get is what I call what bombing. We get more of the what. It's thousands of hours of videos, it's superficial, motivation, there's more technique, more courses, more theory, and ultimately more waiting. What I want you to really have is, all these things, like, I buy everyone's stuff as well, and it's fine to invest in yourself, to keep your pulse on the market, see what are the trainers today teaching and coming up with. Yeah, that's fine. But what I really want you to have is the beliefs that I am worthy of success. I deserved. You already are. You already are successful. You have it. But you need to know it. I know that all of us have it because I've seen students, okay, that, this is from Wesker, and he's from Malaysia, considered a third world country. He's like me, not based in the US, UK, Canada. We work through US time zones. And when he first started, he was stuck. He's tried to start as a closer, then he was told to start as a seller, and then he was stuck as a seller. All this money, he earned from where? Closing. He broke through the maze. He broke through being stuck as a seller, and now he can set, he can close, and he's just beginning to do consistent 3K months, which is good money for him over at Malaysia. This is Broderick's first month. Okay, he almost hit 10K his first month. So what you're not seeing beyond the screenshots is the process that they went through with me to progressively build these beliefs in them until to the point where, using this formula, It's become part of them. It is them. They own the beliefs. They own the results. And even if I were to stop coaching them today, I know that Wesker and Broderick can easily find a team, set, close, make money. They've already crossed that bridge. From here on, it's just how much they want to refine this. But from all those times that they were stuck, from all those times where they had limiting beliefs haunt them, pull them down, that's already behind them. Because they found the key, the master key. So what I'm trying to build with you is what I call the inner house. Okay, and a house needs to be built on pillars. So we want to understand, if you want to build this new identity, if you want to build this new paradigm, what are the individual pillars that can hold this structure? I want to build the right beliefs, but I don't want to build random beliefs. I want to build something that, when combined, it gives me a master beliefs. It gives me a complete paradigm. So the main question is, how do we do it? Okay, let's look at my SSS method on self-image, strategy, and skill, right? What if I say, oh, to build your self-image, you just improve your mindset. Oh, you want a strategy to land opportunity? I give you guaranteed placement. Or you want to improve your skills? Yeah, just watch these videos and roleplay. Then I ask you, did you actually build the belief that you can have this complete SSS? If I coach you like that, you come to me, you say, Sean, I feel a little bit demoralized because an influencer, a business owner rejected me yesterday. And I say, hey man, cheer up. Improve your mindset, you got this. Does that help you create belief? And then you ask me, but Sean, I appreciate that you're trying to motivate me, but exactly how do I get through my next opportunity? Oh, it's your mindset. It's your mindset. Just improve your mindset. What the hell? I mean, you can't demonstrate how to do it. Have you done it before? You have done it before, right? So can you show me some of your interviews, show me some of your sales calls, and guide me, like pinpoint exactly which part I didn't do well so I can improve. Like, tell me what I did well. Oh no, then you just go watch my 500 hours of videos. The answer is in there somewhere. But Sean, I can't find a good opportunity. Right? I give you guaranteed placement. You paid me for it, right? Guaranteed placement. It's on the way. You wait for a few more days, a few more weeks. So if this is the solution we have in the market, can I ask you, how will closers ever build belief? The belief that says that if today I lost everything, I lost all my opportunities, I lost all my money, I can go up to a company and set for them and close for them. I can brand myself, I can differentiate myself. I can change, I can advance my beliefs to build everything that Sean has from scratch. I actually built everything I have from scratch. So whatever phase in my closer journey that you want, it's documented. I can demonstrate, I can send it to you. Because I know that if I do that, and every time I've done that, my students experience progression. Because instead of this kind of advice, I check. You want to do remote closing? What's your schedule like? What's the plan? What are the hours you have? What can we build based on this schedule? What is your workplace looking like? What's your setup like? What is your environment like? Can you focus? Are you prepared? Are your foundations there? Are your foundations ready? Let me look at your social media. Why do you have this? Why do you not have this? Why are you doing this? Why do you not do this? Take this down. Improve this. Change this. Model after this. See what I have done. Why does it work? How can you do it in your way? Once you're done, send it to me. I review it. Okay, how do you get influencers coming to you inbound? How do you prospect cold business owners and turn it into interviews? Now, here's how I've done it. Here's the message I send. Here's the message you should send. Here's the message you should not send. Here's the interview I've done. Let me listen to the interview you've done. Here's what you should have done. Here's what you should not have done. And how to set. I review your screenshots. How to close. I listen to your calls. Like Coley has made so much money during her time with me. But what you don't see are conversations like this when I listen to the calls, I pinpoint, I review, and then she improve. Because when you go through this process, what's going to happen is your SSS is now a complete house because each of the pillars have been properly established by individual components, individual experiences, individual mistakes, individual experiences converted into real experience points. And my question to you is, after this back and forth, after all this review, after all this coaching, who owns the belief? You or me? If you have already gone through this so many times, now you're tested. Now you're challenged. Now you're pressured. What do you have to fall back on? You have been trained. You have been tested. You have been given the understanding. You have absorbed the understanding through understanding your goals, seeing the map for what it is, being fully immersed in what you do, having enough practice, and you finally feel ready. And because you've done this so many times, it's now part of you. It's legit part of you. It's not this kind of advice. We shouldn't have to pay thousands and thousands for this. I can tell you all this, or you can tell me all these things right now. Anyone can say all these things. So, action steps. Right now, I want you to go to this address. It is sena.live/belief index. Okay, go to your browser and type. This one you don't have to text me, just go straight there now. Sena.live/belief index. Okay, you will land on this page. This is what I call the belief index. And what you see here are my examples. There are 3 slides. Okay, there are 3 slides, 3 sheets. On the first sheet, you will see the old beliefs. These are my examples, so I want you to look at them as a reference, then delete them and replace with yours. Okay, so the ones here you see in gray, these are the old beliefs. Okay, and it can be about your performance, it can be about your identity, it can be about your goals, it can be about your skills. Feel free to use any of these categories or allocate your own, okay, and a corresponding area so that you know specifically where this belief exists. And the ones in gray are the old beliefs that we have. Okay, the blue ones are the ones that we want to have. So going through this exercise, and feel free to go all the way to 20, 100, okay, up to you. Okay, the more you have, the better. Because once you clearly see it for what it is, you don't have to identify with it anymore. It might still have some control over you, but not as much. And what we want to do is we want to use what we learn in this process to start seeding new beliefs that render the old one as irrelevant as we can. Because now we actually believe that we deserve and we are capable, that we can create the future we want. Isn't that what we're all here to do? To learn how to set and close. So is it possible that we can create new beliefs that we can set and close? Is it possible that someone can guide you to actually move up? Of course, if you do it on your own, it's going to be very challenging. But is it possible that someone that has actually done it can demonstrate, can show you documentation, and then challenge you to progressively do the steps that can lead you to the same destination, instead of saying, oh, do this, do this, do this. Okay, it's a process of building you up. Okay, what we want to do is these individual beliefs will form your master paradigm. Okay, and as you know, every time we have limiting beliefs, right, it manifests as results. So what's going to happen when we have empowering beliefs? It's the same thing. Doors will open, help will arrive, new associates will come into your life, opportunities will arrive, unexpected success. Actually, it's very expected, but to you it will feel unexpected. Okay, and when that happens, I want you to reach out and text me. Because I get this all the time. Sean, I got an opportunity. Sean, I set my first call. Sean, I closed my first deal. Sean. Okay, when that happens, it is proof that your old beliefs, are they still holding you back? I don't think so. Okay, on the second sheet are the physical goals. Just follow accordingly. These are the things that you want to create. Okay, and on the third sheet, okay, is to understand the root of all these beliefs. And you can look at this example. This is compiled based on what I've heard over the years. Okay, and once this is out, okay, then you can start to not identify with them so much, and you can start to create change. I'm not saying that you're gonna transform overnight. I'm saying you're gonna gain power over your paradigm. Okay, and how intense you want to go with that, that's up to you. Some people do this like a fun exercise, get to know myself. Some of them do this and then they break down. Some of them do this and then they become super empowered. So how far you want to go with this and where you want to go with this, okay, it's entirely up to you. When I say what we want is progression, and having someone to guide you through these steps, is to have clarity on the steps. And not just that. It's not. I don't want you to just copy my step. I want you to understand the essence of the step. But all these steps can change. Every program is a different variation of the same thing. And then when you execute, you know the variation that you should use on this particular interview, on this particular second conversation, on this particular closing conversation. And then when you can get feedback, either from myself, someone ahead of you, or the sales leaders in your team, the review, and you improve again. You make mistakes, that's fine. You lose the sale, that's fine. You lose the opportunity, that's fine. Review. How do you think this happened? How do you think this happened? This guy, okay, I booked my first call. How do you think this happened? Do you know how many sessions we have to have to train Mike from scratch? This is Fiona. My win of the week. Okay, 5 a.m. my alarm rings. I do my morning routine. I interview. It's one of a top company. Has 7 candidates. Process by elimination. Interviewed one by one until there's left 2 of us. With a calm mind, I started to comfort myself that my objective here is to get experience. I'm here to improve myself. A soft voice at the back of my mind whispered, I have more faith and certainty in you, Fiona, than you might ever realize. It was said to me by my dream coach, Sean. Thank you. What did I hear? I aced the interview. The position is yours. Now I'm going to do onboarding. I'm going to improve my conversion and closing. I'm going to make money for the business owner. I'm going to impact and transform lives. Thank you, Sean, for believing in me, even when I did not know how to believe in myself. I know that all of you, all of us have this. This is Daniel, same thing. From Malaysia, third world country. He joined a few teams, then he finally got the hang of this. Here he got the opportunity, here he closed 25k. And before all of this, his beliefs, We're very similar. I can't do it. I don't know how. I have no experience. I want all this, but this happened before and I can't do it. Most of us have all these limiting beliefs, but all of us have the power to overcome them. So when this happens, it looks great, but not everybody will look at what were the beliefs that we've had to build to achieve such results. And when you go through this belief change process and you get some of this result, you get half of this result, and you get this result, and you get even more results than this. Again, question: who owns the belief? Believe in your ability, believe in your brand, believe in your skills. Who owns the belief? Do you want this kind of solution? Or do you want to be self-sufficient and say that now I know how to nurture my mind. Now I know how to understand my void so I can feel it the right way. I can untie the knots I need to untie. I can confront the blockages that I should have confronted, or I can build the new beliefs that I should have built a long time ago. The truth is, I only guided Fiona, I only guided Mike. I'm just a guide. I just guided Daniel. I only guided Wesker. I only guided Broderick. I only guided them to see in them what they already have, what they should do, what they should not do. A lot of times they already have the answers. It's just, stuck somewhere. They don't know what they don't know. It's a blind spot. They're overwhelmed by the old paradigm. They're overwhelmed by this kind of advice, and they fail to see the underlying power in them that once it is unlocked, the success that you want, the skills that you want to come alive, the brand that you want to come alive, it all suddenly comes alive. I'm not saying that beliefs are the solution to everything. I'm not saying it's going to make you rich overnight. I'm saying that beliefs are the roots, the essence of creating all the results. Okay, you still need to train. You still need to go through the experiences. You still need to go through rejections, failures, objections. You will still go through them. But instead of shying away from them, instead of being defeated by them, instead of feeling demoralized, you see the same experiences in a completely different light. You see opportunity, you see chance, you see options, you see resilience. You see your subconscious working with you. You feel full alignment, that I know I totally manifested this. And if you want to build them with me, here are your next steps. Like I said earlier, go to sena.live/belief index, and I want you to fill up this belief index. There are 3 sheets, and I don't want you to rush through them. If you need to even take like 1 week to really just clear your mind and revisit, why have I had these results for so long, or why do I have these results? What is it in me that I'm not really thinking about, that I'm avoiding, that I'm not confronting, that I know that it has to do with the result that I have, and I know that if I confront it, if I untie those knots, it won't have so much power over me. I can learn these skills. I can be more than I thought I was. I can be more than whoever, other people, whatever thought I was. I recognize my potential. I know I can build this. I know I can build my paradigm, belief by belief. Okay, this is my template, this is my copy, so don't use this. Go to File, make a copy, and then you can just delete whatever you want to delete and add whatever you want to add. Okay, just express yourself. If you want to draw, draw. If you want to write, write. If you want to talk, talk. Okay, but I want you to get all your thoughts out, because I want you to see your thoughts for what they are. They are thoughts, and you can choose. And you can build. So have fun with this, explore, play around with this, get to know yourself. Like this student, he got a painful rejection, and then he broke down, he almost want to quit. Okay, and I told him, talk about it, talk to me, write it out, share your thoughts with me. Let me walk you through it. So he wrote down, it's very sad, and then afterwards, he got through it and he got a better opportunity, and then this never bothered him forever. But can you imagine if you have bottled up years and years of all this, and then no one talked to you about it, or you don't know how to talk to anyone about it? And if it's a skill that I can train, and then you don't talk to me about it, then isn't it a pity? And the opportunity is right here in front of you right now. So once that's done, okay, do a good job. Okay, if it's sloppy, if it's not complete, then you don't send me. Okay, I will only engage those of you who really put your heart into doing this, and I will not share with anyone. I know it's very personal. Okay, once that's done, reach out to me on Telegram. Okay, get Telegram, or if you already have it, find me at Sean Sena. That's SEANSENA, and say, hey Sean, I've seen your beliefs, or I've seen your training on belief change. I've thought about it. I fill out my belief index, and here it is. Okay, I will read through it, and then on a case-by-case basis, okay, I will do what I can to coach you through it. I won't spring any surprise upsell or sales pitch as you. Okay, whatever you need to know about what I have to offer, actually it's all over the internet. I can send it to you, so I won't be throwing that at you. I will read through everything you've wrote. I will think on it, I will sit on it, and then I will come up with a solution for you. Because if you put in the work, no matter how busy I am, I will put in the work as well. Unless somehow this video goes viral and then I have like 1,000 belief index and I can't review them all. But until that happens, I will do what I can. Or even I hope the process of thinking through what I've shared today, and the process of seeing your paradigm for what it is and how it's formed, will give you ample power to start creating space, and in that space create clarity, and in that clarity create more options, okay, and grow new beliefs, and ultimately convince yourself. There's this one slide I haven't shown yet. And my end goal is you are convinced that you can create belief consciously and subconsciously. Because when I see this click in people, I can tell you it's one of, if not the most beautiful thing to see. That person found the click. That person found their personal power. That person started book calls. That person started close. That person started to find the right teams, the right people. Right. But who are they mirroring? It's the person. It's the paradigm. So I hope you can really experience this for yourself. This is the end of this week's training. I hope that it's relevant to you. Let me know your feedback and comments. The other day someone left a comment and said, hey, you spend so much time telling your personal story. So I've took that into consideration today. No long-winded personal story from me. Okay, I get to the training right away. So I really want to know your experiences and what you go through and your thoughts. So leave a comment, reach out on social media. Let me know your thoughts on what you're going through and what's the best way I can help you, and what kind of content you want to continue seeing. Which parts are useful, which parts not so useful, or what do you want to see more of. Okay, all these things, just find me on social media and reach out. Okay, it will be me replying to you. And yeah, that's it for this week. So I hope you enjoyed today's training. I hope you can find what you want to find and create what you want to create. And I will see you in my next video. Cheers.